I will stand, but I will not salute it. And I will not say, I pledge allegiance so to the flag. So anyway, I do not say either one of those things. My name is Ruth Callahan. During this time, everybody was protesting the war. Nixon lied about the invasion in Cambodia, and so the students, the Students for a Democratic Society, of course, were protesting his actions in escalating the war rather than de-escalating the war. And so when Nixon invaded Cambodia, it was just one of those things that people took to the streets, just like they're taking to the streets now and protesting a lot of what Trump is doing. During the summer months when I was not in school, I worked in a factory. Proved that they were right in shooting us because we were all, these stupid hippies that, were out to, whatever, take over the world. I don't know. Riots and protests going on at Jacksonville State University, and 2 African-American students got killed during the Black United students were protesting. There were a lot of lies that were told about the Vietnam War. Well, after the ROTC building got burned on that Friday night, which was May 1st, they decided to go ahead and file this injunction, and then that's when they brought in the National Guard as well to kind of enforce the injunction and martial law. The National Guards put tanks on the roads going into Kent State. The Vietnam War and Richard Nixon, it was when he lied about us invading Cambodia, and he lied about Laos, and people were finding these things out. So, like I said, the Students for a Democratic Society were protesting on all the campuses, their anti-Vietnam War. It was very unreal. I went off to class on Monday morning, and by 11 o'clock they ordered all the classes suspended and told everybody to go home. I'm not going to say that, I didn't appreciate the protests that were going on, but I wasn't part of protesting, and until that happens. I would have to say I was very politically conservative up until that day. In my dormitory, I was working on a paper that I had due that afternoon. I was typing in. And for some reason, somebody gave the order to shoot. Somebody did. I don't think they ever owned up to whoever it was, but so they just turned around and shot. Just open fire without even looking. Just kind of open fire. Again, people think that the 4 students that got shot and killed were all protesters. In my eyes, they weren't. At least 2 of them weren't. And one would be Bill Schroeder, who I really thought was just a spectator, and Sandy Shore, who was doing what she was told to do, which was leave the classroom. Well, Bill Schroeder was in my high school class, graduating class, so I knew him from high school because I had bumped into him on campus about a week before he got shot and killed. And because he had graduated and gone on to the Air Force Academy, and then came to Kent State his second year. They went back to their apartments, they went back to the dormitory, and like I said, those students standing in that room watching what was going on from inside the building could have been killed by that bullet that came through the window. Could have been shot. They were going into all the dormitories that were close by and getting any kind of medical supplies they could find. The students had in their rooms, any kind of cotton, any kind of band-aids, bandages, whatever they could find to, help the kids that were wounded, because medical help didn't get there for, I bet, 45 minutes. So, in fact, Bill Schroeder, who was the kid that I knew, probably would not have died had he gotten medical assistance right away. This way, to cross the commons where the protesting was taking place, she decided to go this way so that she'd go around the backside of it and go home. And so when she did that, she walked right into, the students, being chased, and then when the guard opened fire. So Allison Krauss was in one of my classes, but, and she was actively protesting, Were given until 5 o'clock that day to get off the campus and get out of the city. But the problem was that they sealed off the city, a 3-mile radius around the city. Trying to get off campus was, really difficult. So we had no way of calling anybody. It was one of those things where, you just think you believe in your government until that day. And then you just don't know what to believe anymore.